Wanted to get on today for a little bit of heart talk. Um, Today's a year that my mom died. She passed away last year on Monday, March 11th. So tomorrow's the calendar day, but today is that Monday, and it feels very eerie and dark and drab. Even though last year was a beautiful sunny day, this year is really rainy and just cloudy and down. And I wanted to get on today because I had a very real and raw conversation with a friend of mine today. And I know that some of you have it all together and you have grief all figured out and you've navigated it. But for those of you that are like myself, that you find yourself on this roller coaster of grief, I will share that picture with our community shortly after this video so you can see what I'm talking about. But I miss my mom so much. It's like a visceral feeling. And sometimes I feel like when I talk about it, it's almost like well, you got to get past it. Well, you need to get over it. And it's almost like, but I don't want to. I don't want to forget. It's almost like feeling the pain is just a reminder of the intensity of the love. And today my husband was just showing me pictures that he took of us at various times, like from her 60th birthday. And then one day me, him, and her went to the beach and the two of us got in the water and he took pictures of us in the water and we were like two big kids in the water. And I was just reminded of the great experiences we had. And as I was thinking about that, I was just thinking about all the things I need to do, I'm working on, I need to focus on. And I just realized that I just need to take a break and just sit here and just process through it, be in a state of reflection, work my steps, connect, be aware, accept, forgive, make decisions, and take action. And all in that, as much as I know, it doesn't take away this grief. And so wherever you are, whatever you may be going through in your life, I just want to encourage you. I want to give up every day, but I don't. Um, there's so much to live for. And you're like, what I've come to realize is in this extreme level of grief, what I've come to realize is how important I am and how much God does love me. And despite whatever I might be going through and whatever is going on in my life, God really does love me and he really does care about me. And all things are working together for my good. And I can walk by faith and not by sight. I can cast my burdens on Jesus because he is gentle and lowly at heart. And I can take his yoke on and surrender mine. And I just encourage you wherever you are to not carry these burdens yourself. Like, I just encourage you wherever you are to be honest about the challenges that you are facing. Face those challenges head on, but give yourself the grace of being human. It hurts. It's challenging. You're struggling with this. Hello, hello, hello. How y'all doing? It's a challenge. You might be struggling, but guess what? You're here and you're here for a purpose. And we need you. I need you to show up and be your best self. And you need me to show up and be my best self. That does not mean we're perfect. That does not mean that my best self today is going to look exactly like my best self tomorrow. The thing about it is, I just need you to keep moving. You might be running, sprinting. You may be walking. Some days you might be crawling, but I just need you to keep moving. Good evening. How y'all doing? I'm honoring my mother. 1 year ago today, my mother died. My mother left me suddenly, unexpectedly, peacefully. Um, and so I'm just here holding space for those that are grieving and don't know what to do with it. Um, I'm just here encouraging you to do your work. I'm encouraging you. I'm so glad that my mom and I got to a resolve. There was a time in life when she and I used to literally fight, um, argue all the time. But when she died, she was my best friend. And so it hurts to be without that person. But I'm thankful for the people that are here. Thank you so much for those condolences. I appreciate you. Um, and that's why I'm committed to us growing heart equity. My mother was 63 years old, very young, very full of life, very vibrant, very spunky. One of the words that people used to describe my mother was spunky. Very feisty. That's another word people would use when they described her. They called her feisty. She was definitely the life of the party. There was not a time that she wasn't in the room that you did not know that she wasn't there. Um, so I want to live my life in a way that shows how much I appreciate her. Um, and I thank you, Raina. I appreciate that, love. I thank y'all for being here. Please make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Thank y'all for interacting. Thank you for the dove. I have felt like people have tried to rush me through this grief process. I understand that everybody has to go through grief their own way, but there have been many times that I felt rushed. I felt like it's like, well, you just got to get over it and you just got to let it go. And what I've realized is this, okay, what I've realized is grief, um, it doesn't like necessarily go away. It just shows up in different ways, right? And what I've had to understand and what I've had to embrace and what I've had to appreciate about where I am in my grief process is I have to authentically, I have to authentically express where I am. And my condolences to you for losing your grandpa. Um, But what I know is that too many of us brush past the pain that we're going through. And grief is not just about the loss of a loved one. Sometimes you got a new job, you moved to a new place. Sometimes you had a friendship end, a relationship end. Sometimes you see somebody for who they really are and it's really disappointing and you grieve that. Sometimes you grieve the fact that something was not what you thought it was, right? Grief can come in many different forms. Maybe you were working towards a goal or you had an aspiration and you didn't reach it or you didn't reach it in the time frame that you were aspiring to. All of these things can bring about a form of grief. Going through trauma, going through pain, having regret, all of these things can bring about a form of grief. And so I just want to encourage you wherever you are, don't give up. I can promise y'all, remember this video? Somebody gonna go back and find this and check my receipts. Listen, though I have sown in pain, I'm gonna reap in joy. That's what the Bible says, right? Um, and though I have though I have gone through a lot in my life, there have been many times I feel like, when can I catch a break? When can something change for me? When can my life get better? And what I'm realizing is the time will come, but I have to keep moving forward. And so I just want to encourage you to keep moving forward. I just want to encourage you to don't give up. I just want to encourage you to lean into the pain and don't try to numb it and don't try to run from it and don't try to laugh and smile because that's what people want you to do. Feel how you need to feel. Don't get stuck, but feel how you need to feel. Okay. Remember, I'm the heart coach, your heart coach, Adelai Brown. We are growing heart equity. What is that? Personal, relational, and financial wealth through authentic living. And I thank y'all so much for being here. Remember to subscribe to the channel, like the video. We'll be going live. The Heartline, my weekly podcast, will be launching this week. So be on the lookout for that. And I am on a mission to growing and cultivating heart equity. We are struggling. Life is too hard. We have to tap into our authentic wealth that we have personally, relationally, and I love y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the condolences. I'll be back. Turn on your notifications so you know when I'm live. And let's heal together, all right? Because remember, when we heal our heart, we transform our life. I love y'all. Have a great day. Blessings to everyone.